Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And yes, today I've just finished doing the Man of Steel review as I'm filming this, and I am just uploading the Superman Returns review. So after I do all those uploads, I'm going to upload this and edit this, and this is according, of course, my Superman ranking of all the movies I've watched. I still have, I don't have any other Superman movies on my shelf. I only have the ones that I reviewed, which is, of course, if you haven't seen my reviews, I've done Superman the movie, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, Superman Returns, and Man of Steel. I did add one more on this list just then, but I am not going to give too much of my thoughts on it, because that's my next DCEU review. So yeah, so let's get into it. So I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up to the top, because I think that's where, because the bottom and the top, where I place certain stuff, is going to shock some people. So basically, number 6 is Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. Now, I liked this cut, Superman 2. I didn't think it was better than the original cut, though. If you want my deep thoughts, go check out my review. But I think there was something about this cut that didn't click to me as much. It's mainly because of the runtime. It was shorter than the original Superman movie and shorter than the theatrical cut. But somehow it felt longer than the theatrical cut. The theatrical cut just went like that. It felt like a good 50 minutes have went by. But the Richard Donner cut definitely felt over 2 hours, which was shocking. Because I think it's only I'm going to check here, it's only it's only 116 minutes. Okay, so that's 2 hours and 5 minutes-ish, I think. But yeah, there's something about the Richard Donner cut too that I did like, but there's certain things, they literally took scenes from Superman the movie and just redid it, because they did originally want Superman 1 and 2 to be a 2-part story, kind of like Batman Returns, but it ended up not being that way. So I was like, well, Donner had to do what he wanted to do, but he had to take footage from the original, and so that makes sense. But yeah, that falls down the bottom of my list. But all these movies I would watch again, which is surprising. But, Now, we're into my top 5 since I only have 6. So my number 5 is Superman the movie with Christopher Reeve. And now, if you guys watch my original review, I did not like this movie when I first watched it. I thought it was boring. I thought Christopher Reeve was terrible as Clark Kent Superman. And I just didn't like it. I thought it was just boring, and I was really about to fall asleep the time when he... And it's the most hype of the moment of the movie now, where he literally is looking for a place to rip his shirt off, but he runs across the street and does it, and then saves Lois from the building and catches the helicopter. That's the bit where I almost fell asleep as a kid. I just couldn't do it. But watching it this time and understanding what this movie did for the films to come, like Batman 1989, even Blade, X-Men, Spider-Man, for comic book movies in general, yeah, sure, the effects don't really hold up, but the effects don't really hold up. But the way the storytelling in this movie is just really well done. It gets you from plot A to plot B, and you feel like that you're in this journey with Clark, and Christopher Reeve just does so well as this version of Superman, and I really like Christopher Reeve's Superman now. So my number 4 is Man of Steel, the Henry Cavill review, which I just recorded my review for it. Now, I will not lie to you guys. in almost every aspect, these Superman movies definitely felt long. I think even compared to the Batman movies, and the Batman movies are long. Like, legit, I was watching Batman Begins today to write down notes and review it, and I cannot lie to you guys, I'm still haven't finished it, and I got really bored, so I had to stop it. But the Superman movies and the original Batman movies are more entertaining to me than some of the other superhero movies out there. Other than the Marvel ones. The Marvel ones, like, they take the cake, but these DC ones, they're getting better. But Man of Steel, I think Henry Cavill does a great job as Superman. I think he looks like Superman. If you're going to not continue with the Richard Donner universe, which we'll get to that in a second, but Returns was trying to do that. So, if you're not going to do that, and you want to reinvent the wheel, as you may say, Man of Steel is the perfect way to do a reboot of Superman. And I think that this movie, I think Zod is better. This movie is really good, but I think the final battle is where I got bored, but then it picked me up as soon as Superman snaps God's neck. And I thought that was really, really well done. I was like, oh, okay, this is a great way to make Superman deal with death and make sure that he doesn't do it again. That's actually a good story to lead with, because throughout the whole movie, Superman is not Superman, and he's not like the actual Clark Kent that we know. Which at the end of the movie, where Lois Lane's like, welcome to the planet. That's the Clark Kent we know. So, I really like how it makes us see a different side of Superman, and then kind of makes us go like, let's build up to the Superman that everyone knows. Unlike the original Christopher Reeve movies, and even Returns, where it's like, he's already the Superman that you all know and love. But let's change the aspect a bit, and then kind of flip that, and kind of build up to that. And I thought that was really well done. Now, this one, I was thinking to myself, should I put this on the list? Because another DC hero, well, two other DC heroes are in it, and also Superman is not the first one in that title, but I'm going to count it anyway, because Superman and Henry Cavill's Superman is on the poster, and the character's name is in the title, and there's Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I really dug that film. I don't there were times where it felt long, but even though this is a Superman ranking, you guys know that my favorite superhero is Batman. Well, one of them at least, Batman and Spider-Man. But every scene with Batman, like with the Batmobile and Batman and that Batman versus Superman fight, even though that it does look very, I'm not the biggest fan of that Iron Man Batman armor that he has, but I do like it though. I do like it. But just seeing the two biggest icons on screen and finally having a battle, which to me, I feel like, even though I do love this movie and it's also one of my favorite Batman movies of all time, I think this should have been done back in the 80s, 90s, where you're maybe in 90, 95, 97, around Batman Forever and Batman Robin came out, and you bring, or even 92, do 90, or 90, or 94, get Christopher Reeve and Michael Keaton, do a Batman vs Superman then, and then make Superman exist in the Val Kilmer and George Clooney version of Batman, because they're still continuing on from the Michael Keaton Batman, which I think that would be super cool to see that happen. But we didn't get that. We had to wait, because they originally had a script for Batman vs Superman. I'm talking way too much about Batman vs Superman here, that is my next DCU review, so watch out for that. But there was a Batman vs Superman movie in development in 2005, but I think even then, it would be a different cast as opposed to getting George Clooney and Christopher Reeve, because Christopher Reeve would have been too old for that at that point. Because I think he'd already died by then. I think he died in like 2004? 2004, like around that time. So we had to wait until 2016 to see the two biggest superheroes battling each other, and then the other two biggest superheroes on the Marvel side battling each other, which is surprising. I was very shocked. But now in my top two, now my number 2 is Superman Returns. I really, really like Superman Returns. I think it's one of the most underrated Superman movies, let alone comic book movies ever made. And I think Superman Returns, even though there is a live action, it grabs you with the story, because it's like, what if Christopher Reeve Superman, now played by Brendan Routh, leaves Earth, goes trying to find tries to find his planet, like tries to find more ramifications of Krypton, and then he returns, and then everything's changed. Like, Lois Lane now has a kid. She's now married to James Marsden, and Lex Luthor goes to the Fortress of Solitude again, and also, like, a lot of stuff happens in that movie where I'm just like, whoa, okay. And the ending, where they basically do like a Death of Superman type deal. But Batman vs Superman did get the most closest to comic book accurate. But the Superman Returns one, I was like, oh my god, this is totally unexpected. I did not expect that ending where it looks like that he was going to die. And yeah, I was so surprised by that. And I think Brandon Routh might be my favourite Superman. Listening to an interview of him recently of talking about how he returned, because I've seen most of Supergirl seasons, and I haven't seen The Flash or Arrow yet. But seeing him talking about how he talked, he talked about him coming back to Crisis on Infinite Earths, the CW crossover, and basically talking about how the character came about and going like, yeah, it's still the same Superman from Superman Returns. Like, he just said Superman Returns, like, but it's continuing on the Christopher Reeve ones, but it's like, it's still the same Superman Returns one and the Christopher Reeve era one, but so much stuff has happened since then. Like, Lois Lane has got killed by the Joker, and as soon as he said that, I was like, wait, you're telling me that Batman and the Joker exist in your world? I honestly, and when he said that, I know that we're going off Batman again, but I was like, what Batman is it? Is it George Clooney? Is it Val Kilmer? Is it Michael Keaton? It's probably that one, because that's the one that would exist with the Christopher Reeve ones, because that's like the same kind of era that those movies were made. But I won't be surprised it will be a different one, because if in the Flash movie, and Michael Keaton's coming back, because Tim Burton was going to direct the Nick Cage Superman Lives, I won't be surprised if Nick Cage will be the Superman in the Michael Keaton Tim Burton universe. So would Brandon Routh be like the one that's like in other universe? So like if they're retconning the Joel Schumacher ones, the Joel Schumacher Batman's exist in Superman Returns and the Christopher Reeve era. I was like, this is blowing my mind. I don't know what exists in what place, and I'm super excited to see where they go in the Flash. And apparently Brandon Routh is coming back, so I'm down to see more Brandon Routh as Superman. So of course my number 1 is Superman 2, the theatrical version. I loved this movie. Like, I will say this, something I forgot to mention in the Diner cut of 2. I do like the opening way better than I do like the opening more than the theatrical cut. Even though I do like the whole thing of like Lois Lane is at the Eiffel Tower and then she's trying to investigate, then gets stuck on the bottom of an elevator. Superman swoops up and catches her. I do like how in the Diner cut it's like, I'm going to draw glasses and a hat on Superman, and oh my god, Clark Kent, he looks like Clark Kent. So I'm going to convince Clark that he's Superman. and the jokes that come from that, like her falling out the window and pulling the gun, him and stuff, that was just so cool. But the part where he goes into the fire and pulls his because his cross is falling in the fire and pulls his hand down the theatrical cut, I was like, oh. And then when the whole thing of like him trying to turn more human, and go and talking to that guy at the restaurant, and then returning after he come back as Superman, being like, that's funny, I've never seen garbage eat garbage before. I think Superman 2 is not only the best Superman movie, but it's also one of the best DC movies. Up there with the original Burton Batmans and, of course, the Christopher Nolan movies. Like, if I would recommend a film from that decade, it would be Superman 2, the theatrical version. But I would also recommend the Donner cut, because if you love Superman 2, I might see a different perspective of like, wow, this is how I would have done it. Watch Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, because it's great as well. So yeah, guys, that is my Superman ranking, so please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Hit subscribe, also hit the little bell icon, ignite 5 future videos I make, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.